I've been needing to find a new apartment, which has not been easy with credit as bad as mine. Luckily, I found cosigning.com. They connected me with a cosigner who helped me get my dream apartment for me and my dog. I just paid a small fee and was able to move in fast. Get the cosigner you need for the apartment you want. Check out cosigning.com today.
You know, growing up, I was I remember a phrase, a term. It was, it's not what you say, but it is how you say it. The problem is with certain people is that they are having a really tough time assimilating into polite society, into American society. It's already integration was in the 60s. I don't see much of any improvement. As I scroll down YouTube, I scroll down TikTok, it's just altercation between black culture and American culture. The two cannot coexist with each other. They're actually antithetical. One tries to preserve life, one promotes and celebrates death. I'm not sure how this is going to be intertwined. And the only thing holding these two sides together is the 1964 Civil Rights Act. Before that, businesses and people could say that they do not want to deal with, work with, live next to certain people, and that was acceptable. Forced integration, the removal of red lines has now mixed people together that culturally do not mix. You're seeing that same thing happen in Europe with the third world being brought into London, Paris, Belgium. You're seeing the same result that we've been having here for 50 years. And I think this is the model that they could be basing the disruption for other countries. They're basing it off of the model here of forced integration, bringing a similar the third world into the first world, black culture, and trying to merge it with American culture under one umbrella, and it just won't work. It hasn't worked, and it will not work. This right here, again, I understand what he's saying. I don't like how he's saying it. Neither does law enforcement. Nobody appreciates it. But this is what happens when you grow up only around your people. If you go to an HBCU, for example, you're not going to know how to live in the real world because the real world is not a bunch of black people. The real world are people from different places, cultures. But one thing we all understand is being polite, being not loud, not aggressive. No one wants to deal with that. I do see in the near future restrictions from the 1964 Civil Rights Act. I do see some parts of that being withdrawn. They're going to have to be, or just flat out ignored.
Security screening area after reports of a male passenger refusing to cooperate with the TSA screening process.
Hey, what do you guys need? After going on the
Can you search me right here?
screening, unless it's
Right here. Can you search me?
That's what they're gonna do, sir.
I don't want no men touching me right there. That's what I'm telling. That's the whole issue.
Okay.
But since I don't want no men touching me, they got a problem with that. So can you search me or can a woman search me? It doesn't even matter
So
to me.
here's the thing.
Now, even with that tone, he explained what his point. He could have stopped right here. At a certain point, I'm thinking that they like to go to jail. I think they like handcuffs. I think they like white people putting them in bondage because why else would so many people from one specific group always opt to get arrested and be put in bondage? But yet complain about bondage from hundreds of years ago, yet voluntarily request bondage in 2020 in today. It doesn't make sense. I'm starting to think that they like it. It's like a erotic asphyxiation or something. I just can't put my finger on it.
They're gonna search you, or you don't have to fly.
I'm not letting nobody
You
touch
don't
on my
have to fly
ass.
then.
Why does somebody need to touch on my
Then
ass
you
though?
don't have to fly.
For what reason? When I'm
Because,
asking a lady to do it.
sir,
Don't get me wrong. I flew back 2 days ago. I was flying to LAX. They pulled me to the side for screening. And yeah, there was a guy, he's like, I got to use the back of my hands and I got to go down like this and I got to go down. And I was like, you know what, bro, do what you got to do. But would I have preferred a female agent do it? Yes. Should you have the option to request someone that's a female if you want to? But the rules are the rules. They don't trust because people are perverts, people are sick. So it's usually gender. They usually use people of the same gender to work with people of the same gender. That's just how it goes. You know, there's been too many lawsuits, there's been too many accidents and incidents. They can't do that. But this man appears to be in his 30s. How does he not know how it works at the airport? Matter of fact, what part of life did he get the impression that you can just create your own rules in another person's establishment? It doesn't make any sense.
Does that make any sense? I'm asking the ladies.
Okay.
I'm not even making it a deal.
I'm gonna tell you
just
one
search
more
me.
time. You can either get served.
Hey, can you do it? You act like you
Now he's being extremely rude and he's brushing off the woman officer. He's turning his back to her. He does ask another TSA guy to come search him, but now it's as if he is in control of the situation. Sir, you are a passenger. You are not in control of the situation. You are at the mercy of the TSA, the sky marshals, the airlines, the pilots. You do not just get to choose to do what you want to do when you want to do it. What gave him that impression? I have my theories. We'll get into those later.
like somebody.
No.
Don't touch me. Don't need one of y'all touch me.
We here.
I got a problem. I got you.
Hey, first of all, calm down. Let us work this out, okay?
So at this
So now
point,
that I got him, it's an issue.
and he can't.
So you went from a woman to now I get this man.
Let us work
Now
it
it's an issue.
Let us work it out. Give me a minute, okay? Just kind of try to stay
Look where
calm.
they pointed.
Extremely feminine, extremely argumentative. That means no father. He grew up with a single mother, and this is how his mother acted in the grocery store when she didn't get her way or when she was somewhere dealing with people of a different race and she wanted to call everything racist because that's how you get your way. People are so afraid of getting that label that they'll just kind of give you whatever you want. And that's kind of how these people get away with it. And they keep trying it and pushing it until eventually they run into a brick wall. These cops and these officials, they didn't act fast enough, in my opinion. This is creating a disruption in the airport, and it had the chance of actually going another direction, which put other people in danger. They should have nipped this in the bud immediately and pulled him out of the airport when this first began. Then had a conversation. If he was coherent enough to return, they make that determination later. But to do this while there's passengers passing by, this is definitely not the place for that, in my opinion.
Can't do it.
But just look at where they pointed. They pointed.
I'm telling you to hold on. Why can't he?
You can't scream out dick and profanities in a crowded airport. Again, this is polite society. There are children. You cannot do that.
Do it. He can shoot if he wants. This doesn't work.
But come on, man. If he
at
wants
this,
to go do it,
right,
pointing at my
feet.
you stop. Let's figure this out.
So at this point, we called our FSD, and he's gonna have the last day he can even fly to. So we already started the bridge call. But if he's okay with him doing it, why can't you just because they can't do that. They don't want us for the person to choose who they're wanting to. That's just how it works. Would it make sense?
I absolutely get it because then you'll have 100 people trying to decide who they want to pick to touch. That's not how this works. That's not, and don't get me wrong, I'm not a fan of the TSA. I think that they are unnecessary. I don't think they actually do a good job. I just think they're a waste of money and resources to give the illusion of security. However, rules are rules, and you will follow the rules or you will not fly. I don't understand why this is such a hard concept for these folks to understand. You cannot do this everywhere about everything, and it happens every day. It's too much. Like society fatigue is an understatement. Society is done. Why? Would you think they did all that back in 2021 because they planned on this going on for another 20, 30, 50, 100 years? No. They had to do something.
I get it, and if he says it's okay, then that's fine. We have no problem. We've been trying to pat him down for a while. We're not trying to hold him here, and that's what he wants.
Okay, well, sir,
I say just pat.
what's your name?
David.
Okay,
Dyer.
David. Okay, David.
From Atlanta, Georgia.
Listen to me. Try to just calm down and listen to me. This is how they do things. You can't decide who pats you down. Okay? So it's
Why does she have to even tell him this? Why does he not already know this?
your choice. You can either allow them to do what they have to do so that you can get on the plane and go where you have to go, or you don't have to fly.
But let me ask
Those
you
are
this,
your two
right?
options.
Let me ask you this, right? So I'm allowing them to do the job that they want to do, right? But I'm not allowing them to elect the person that they want to elect because I want to elect the person. So I don't want no man touching me.
So here's the thing.
So what's the issue with that?
You don't have the ability to allow anyone.
Hey, but
to do
look,
anything.
he don't even. It's not even no issue. I don't want no man.
David,
Why do he gotta put my ass?
Can you listen
Hey, come
to
on,
me?
just do it. Just do it. Just
Thank
do it,
you.
bro. Just do it.
People are going to try to defend him because they always defend each other. They're going to say, oh, he must have went through trauma. And that's the problem with removing accountability from adults. They'll never learn. They'll never grow. They become weak. They become infantile. They become feminine, female. People have been making excuses for him his whole life in his community. He's from Atlanta, Georgia. There's literally zero diversity there. So this is why he acts this way. Is why he talks this way. He's not used to dealing with civilized society. And that's why they have to stay in certain areas because they couldn't function without in other spaces. They wouldn't be able to survive with this behavior. Unfortunately, this is common, but it's not common in polite society. So that's why everyone seems so confused in the video. I'm not confused. I grew up seeing this. And I thought it was ridiculous then. I think it's ridiculous now.
That's
You
some
don't even know
stupid
who's
shit,
gonna
though.
do it.
I could have let the man do it. I could have let him do it. I said I don't want to do
So
it.
what's your choice?
No, y'all
wanna
are saying
fly,
y'all
you
don't
not?
want to do it now.
You want to fly
You
or
feel
not?
me? Come on, just let me get the to Atlanta, man.
We got to answer. Can we get somebody to pat him down so we can get this over with? He said, let's do it.
We have a manager on the bridge call.
Okay.
They have to make the decision. We're not allowed to make that decision.
Can we get that decision sooner
she's
than
on
later?
her way over right now.
Where's she coming from?
She's coming from F.
Who is it?
Pam. But because he already refused screening, that's a manager call. It's no longer our call. You know what I mean?
Because she. Excuse me.
Yeah, oh, I said too. Yeah.
All right, listen, Dave. Listen to me, Dave.
Well, I did everything y'all
I
asked.
know. Well, they're talking. I get it. They're talking to their manager so they can make decisions, and then hopefully we can get you searched and get you on your plane.
Bro, why are you even humoring this? Do you know what you're doing when you reward this type of behavior? You're encouraging it to repeat with other people. You're literally creating copycats who think that they can go out in society and do the exact same thing. She is already part of the problem because she doesn't want to seem like she's coming down too hard on him because she doesn't want to be called racist. And look at all these cops standing around. And I'm like, you guys need to, instead of letting the situation get out of control, you have to control the situation. The dude is obviously inebriated also, but as an adult, especially as a man, you can't be like a woman who doesn't know her limits. You have to know your limits and you have to stay within those. There is no sympathy for men. No one feels sorry for us. You, Mr. David, got to be in control of yourself. That's why I couldn't just side with him and say, oh, yeah, somebody did him wrong. No. If anything, it gave him too much grace, too much leeway, way too much.
But now we gotta wait because of this. Because you're making a big deal. Because you're making a big deal.
No, my dick red.
Now we all
y'all
gotta
made
wait.
a big deal. I make a big deal. I just walk through the machine. I do what y'all say. I take my shoes off. I step in line. I put my
I'm
arms
gonna
up.
tell you one last time, David. You're either gonna calm down or we're gonna leave.
Am I not explaining what's going on, though? Is that calming down or am I
We're
explaining
gonna
what
calm
I'm going
down
on?
and we're gonna stop raising our voice and we're gonna stop making
Am I
a
explaining
scene.
what's going on?
You
Or
ready
am I,
to leave?
am I calm? Or am I just
You've
explaining
already
what's going on?
explained it. We already understand.
So I can't keep
There's
talking.
nothing else to
But you
explain.
explaining what you want to explain to me.
And we're done.
She's the fucking authority. You are not. What is it? Why can they not understand authority or the difference between authority? Why do they demand you put a foot in their ass? Why do they demand you put belt to ass before they finally cooperate? Why couldn't you just have cooperated from the beginning? Why make them put you in? Why do that? That's like one of the mysteries of the universe that I don't understand.
Right. So you gotta have the last word for it to be done, or can I not say my spiel because you're a police officer and your job is to do what to serve us though? To make sure that we're good.
She is not a fucking waitress. It is not law enforcement's job to serve you. To serve and protect means something completely different than what you guys think it means. And how do you not know that now? How many you were born over here? And but that means you grew up isolated in a all black space around black people where you can get away with certain things. That's why they got to get rid of HBCUs. They're unhealthy. The kids that are coming out of there become like this, become activists. They can't survive in polite society. They're not ready because they're not taught the skills that it takes to cooperate and cohabitate and coexist with others. And now we have pretty much a military class of evil, angry, resentful, racist people who hate the United States, hate the Constitution, hate free speech, hate the Second Amendment, but were born here and literally have citizenship. So you literally have to listen to their voices and you have to respect their votes. It's a problem. It's a problem. And things have been done to mitigate that problem. It's just not happening fast enough, in my opinion. And I think that's why Fauci failed.
Right? So I can't have a conversation to make sure that my shoes are right there.
Put them on. You're leaving.
So let me ask you. No, don't ask me anything. No.
Put your shoes on.
They're tired. Don't ask me anything. Finally, somebody shut him the fuck up when they should have done this 10 minutes ago.
That's what it's supposed to be as a police officer, right?
On, you're leaving.
As police officers, you're supposed to be able to talk to
So at
someone.
this time, I'm trespassing.
Oh my God, bro.
And you have the choice to leave.
But you didn't search me not one time, so you didn't have nothing on me.
You're getting trespassed.
You didn't have nothing on me. You didn't have shit. So y'all just made me walk out of here because I don't got nothing on me.
Are you refusing to leave? Let's leave. Come on.
Hey, where my stuff at? Where the
Oh.
That's crazy. Stop, don't do that.
Hey.
Hey, what are you doing now? Y'all grabbing my shit. What's going on now? I grabbed my stuff. Hey, hold on. Nope. So now what I did? Because I grabbed my stuff. What y'all doing?
The craziest part of this, believe it or not, the craziest part of this is what he wanted. And I hate to think about it, but it's one of the only plausible explanations. He's turned on by this right now. Why else would he have literally did everything in his power to get these people to put hands on him and arrest him? Now he has a man rubbing on him and touching on him anyway. They got to search him for weapons anyway. You could have just went through security and been on your way. But he wanted this. Matter of fact, he probably had to get searched on his way there. It's the thing about this community. When I tell people they merged the black community and the gay community, it's just one community now. It's just one. That's why everyone's like, oh, Rico, look at this person. I'm like, that lady's gay, speaking on behalf of black people, but she doesn't have you guys have different agendas. Unless you guys' agenda is the gay agenda. This man right here, extremely feminine, turned on, and that's why he wanted all these men to grab and touch on him. And now he's finally happy. He got what he wanted. Crazy.
You're being arrested for trespass after warning.
Trespassing where?
Did you not listen to one word we were saying, my man?
Where am I trespassing? I'm right here with a ticket.
You were.
Yeah.
With a ticket, and y'all ain't got nothing on me. Y'all talking about it's some. What is on me? Y'all talking about my dick on the pit still.
161.
That's right. You don't even got nothing.
Trespass, buddy.
It's a ticket right there.
How many times we tell you to stop yelling and calm down? Now you're leaving.
I'm talking to y'all.
Got everything?
Hey, can you say
We're 10 for accidental.
Hey, make sure I can
Let me ask you a serious question. You have anything down there that you shouldn't have?
That's what's making me. I don't have certain things. I don't have nothing. I'm
Well, we
trying
are
to.
going to. You might just.
Also, now you're okay with. So now you're okay with being searched. Now you want to get searched. This is this. Imagine what people deal with in the wild every day when they come in contact with this community. It's literally insane. It's insane, and it's abuse. It's mental abuse because everyone's not mentally prepared to have to go through this when they're just trying to do their jobs. People have a life; they want to just make it, and this makes it so much harder. Yeah, the police are busy, but what about the people they have to interact with before the police are called? Like, I mean, this situation could have been worse.
Hey, check this out, right? I came down here from Atlanta on an off day to come and chill because I'm not cutting no hair today. So I came down to Tampa to chill. I've been to 15 spots just drinking, eating, and having a good time. Then I come back here to get.
So you went to 15 places where you had drinks and food. Now you're in an elevator surrounded by police barking at them. Like my drunk ex-girlfriend used to do to me. She would get herself sauced up. We would be in an elevator going back home, and she's screaming and yelling at me just like this about nothing. And guess what she used to want me to do? Fight with her. I'm not the police. Let them fight with you. I'm going to leave you. And that's what I suggest everybody does. Just leave. Just distance, separation. This whole integration thing failed. It's not. It was never going to work. It was always a setup. It was always a trap. That was it. It was always a trap.
On the plane, then I'm going to this because somebody said I got something on me. I don't have a thing on.
You could have chilled in the line.
I had nothing on me. That's what I was trying to tell you. It's crazy. Let me ask you, how you want somebody to relax when somebody telling y'all that
It's over now. You might as well just stop.
I don't know. I never been through nothing like this. I don't got nothing on me. Y'all doing all of this. That's crazy.
Maybe that's learning experience. Don't react like that.
Let me find my mother. I'm not calling it. I find my mother.
What's your zip code, David?
I can call my mother.
What's your zip code?
There's nothing on me. You ain't gonna find it.
Stop.
Hey, now how do we do that here?
You're arrested. You get searched after you get arrested. Enough with the shit, man. Enough with the shit, bro.
Nothing on me.
Phone number.
He wanted his dick rubbed on. That's all he wanted. That's what this is. Just this. It's see it. That's why I do these videos, and I'm like, it's all the same. There's really no difference in these videos. They're all the same. They just want attention and affection from white men in uniforms. That's all it boils down to for all of them.
Oh, man.
Enough with it, man.
Arkansas. Look around Arkansas. Look at that. He ain't find none. That's now.
It doesn't matter if I'm helping to find nothing, man. What is your problem?
Because I asked one of y'all arrested.
Trespass after warning.
I asked one of y'all.
That's the charge.
I asked one of y'all.
When you get arrested, then you get searched.
I asked one of y'all.
We don't work for TSA.
They don't fucking work. You know they don't work for TSA. Why would you expect a police officer from Tampa PD to search you on behalf of the TS? Bro, where? I blame HBCUs. Because where else are you getting this entitled mentality from? Where you've lived in this country your whole life and you don't know how the systems work? It's a failure not just of your parents, but of your teachers, of the schools. And I'm noticing these people, a lot of them live in these all-black areas. They went to an HBCU. They're not prepared for the outside world. They're not prepared to get into society. They have no idea how to deal with anybody who's not black. This is crazy.
Say that's the TSA running the thing. Yeah. Enough of this.
Nah, you don't got nothing. That's why you doing that. There's nothing there, bro.
We'll do the shoes real quick. I'll do it in the car.
All right. Hey, make sure what a phone is. What my phone is?
You're making a phone call jail. You're making a phone call from jail.
What my phone is? Where the phone at?
I got gloves.
Where's all my stuff at? Just let me know where my stuff at.
Leave your foot.
The rest is on the airplane, but nothing.
You're Mr. Dyer.
You gonna have this. Yeah, we gonna definitely have a problem about that though.
I mean, you went to you have anything you shouldn't have on you?
I don't have shit.
Okay.
That's like
Tell me now.
That's why I'm mad.
Okay.
I don't have
Yeah, but that's not
shit.
the charge. Okay.
What's the charge? The
I
charge.
told you. Just
Let's
press
steal
that
from that. I
morning.
don't have shit. Honestly, homie. That wouldn't frustrate you. I'm in an airport. I'm trying to go home.
Now you want to lower your voice and speak politely, like you have some sense. Get the single boyfriend. I'll do another one of these videos. I got like 3 other ones to do today. Like this is, I'm more so. I'm a stenographer, right? There's going to be a time in the future where people are going to ask me, "What happened? What happened to them? What happened to this group?" And I'm going to have to explain what happened to them. The hardest part is going to be to have to explain why it happened to them. But I make these videos to show people why there is these tough decisions had to be made on what to do to protect society. This right here has been going on since integration. And it's gotten worse. It's not getting better. And we will not be able to continue as a society. This right here alone could break the society. The numbers are too great. And right now, this prevents there from being stability. We're literally looking down the barrel of a race war right now because one particular group is being used and pit against another group, but they're useful idiots. It's like they're weaponized and they're controlled by another group and they don't even realize it. He's a part of the group that laughed when Kirk got killed. When I tell you polite society no longer wants to be polite anymore, this is one of the reasons why, because it's just an overload of this. And guess what they're going to say? Well, these people do that. So what is ivism? That's it. What is? Well, they did. It's not going to work forever. People are just tired of dealing with this day in, day out. It's just not going to work. Think about it. We mainly only have guns in this country and police in this country for just this one reason. Just this right here. If this wasn't here, nobody would even care to have guns. No one would even care. We wouldn't barely even lean on the police. That's a shame. And everything out of everyone's mouth that deals with these people is to, well, put your guns down and put your guards down and get rid of the police and just become defenseless to us. Crazies, monsters, just like this. They want you to be defenseless. And even my black friends, they try to argue me about this, especially the men. And I look at them like, you have a 98% chance if you're ever murdered, 98% odds of it's going to be by another black man. And you want to sit up here and talk to me about white crime? Also, get the fuck out of my face. You're being disingenuous. You're not even being accurate. You're basically just trying to run cover, and it's not even in your best interest. I'm talking about people that are trying to kill you too. Things are a lot worse than everybody's letting on. I see it, and I'm trying to figure out, I don't think there's no way to avoid this crash, this collision that's coming. There's no way to avoid it. Share the video, leave a comment. If you have some other thoughts, I'm open to hearing them, but that's just another example of what everyone's been dealing with and what everyone's tired of dealing with. There needs to be a separation soon, sooner than later. I'll be back on another episode shortly. Thank you for tuning in.
I've been needing to find a new apartment, which has not been easy with credit as bad as mine. Luckily, I found cosigning.com. They connected me with a cosigner who helped me get my dream apartment for me and my dog. I just paid a small fee and was able to move in fast. Get the cosigner you need for the apartment you want. Check out cosigning.com today.